So I looked for Ashton Kutcher's name in Jeffries' emails, and what I found was interesting. So my train of thought is we know a lot of things about Ashton Kutcher, right? We know that he's an actor. We know that he's an investor. And during this time, he was hanging out with a lot of guys in Hollywood who were also investors, like Diddy and Harvey Weinstein. We also know that he has a facial recognition company that is used by the, I believe, FBI and police forces everywhere, pretty much. So I figured it was probably a good bet that he would be talking to someone like Jeffrey Epstein, who is known for investing in certain things or helping people get investors. So I looked for the name Ashton, and you know what came up? Emails between Harvey Weinstein's assistant setting up an on-set visit for I'm guessing a young woman who wants to be an actor in Hollywood, to visit someone named Ashton. Now, that could be another assistant, that could be someone else on set, but it did kind of feel like to me it could be Ashton Kutcher. You can see this email here. It says today's on-set visit. So this email was between Bonnie Hong, who is Harvey Weinstein's assistant, and Ghislaine Maxwell. And it's basically saying, just checking in that you got the directions to the set. Please have blank call Ashton's assistant on blank when they are close. She can tell them exactly where she is at the time. Now, to me, it sounds like somebody's doing an on-set visit, visiting Ashton Kutcher, who might be in the middle of a scene. So the people who are visiting would need to call Ashton's assistant to make sure that he's available to greet them. And then Ghislaine responds, Bonnie, thanks. All is set. Ted, the dad, has all the no's and will call Ashton's assistant. If someone can talk to blank about becoming an actress, that would be great. Thanks again. Now, we know that Ghislaine and Jeffrey would go to low-income places. They would get girls who were looking for an opportunity to be an actor, a model, an artist, anything like that. And then they would set up with their connections these favors to do things like on-set visits to make them think that they had a chance to get into this world. It was a way to basically honey trap them into thinking, oh, this is a great opportunity that these older people just want to give my child or this kid who has all of this talent. So they set up this set visit. Now, could it be another Ashton? Yes. But what other Ashtons in Hollywood during 2004 were poppin' that you would want to do an on-set visit for? So then Bonnie, who is Harvey Weinstein's assistant, replies, hi, yes, Eli Holtzman, who I believe is a casting agent, will be speaking to her about acting. He is experienced in casting and has worked in the industry and with actors for many years, thanks. He has all the no's. Now, that could be short for numbers of the assistants, things like that, or it could be a short list of things that they will not do, the no's, the no list, right? So they're sending her to meet with a casting agent, someone who has an assistant and who would be on set named Ashton. And who knows what this girl's name is, if she ever became an actor, if any opportunity worked out for her. But it's very clear that this was set up with Harvey Weinstein in the background, doing some kind of facilitating, right? And in this email to Ghislaine, they're laying it all out. They will be shooting a scene in a restaurant called the Daily Grill. This area is in Manhattan Beach. It's part of El Segundo. The driver will they're telling play by play what's going to happen. They'll take her to set, have her meet with Eli Holtzman, who is a big casting agent who used to work for Miramax and now works for Ashton's production company. Now, that could be Ashton Kutcher's production company that he had launched shortly before this. And blank will also be there to meet them. They will be shown around set, taken to meet Ashton, taken to have a bite to eat perhaps. Please give them my cell phone number as well in case there's any problems, yada yada, XO Bonnie basically. Even though Ashton Kutcher didn't do very much with his production company, Catalyst Media, he still had one that he founded in 2000. So was Ashton Kutcher working with Harvey Weinstein to bring young girls onto set for Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein? I mean, the signs point to yes, We don't have confirmation, but it is very interesting given that this man founded Thorn in 2009 while he was still hosting white parties with Diddy, hanging out with Danny Masterson, and making deals with Harvey Weinstein. I don't know. It's just very odd.